Welcome back, MVP Road Car. Today we've got something truly special to talk about. The car in focus is the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo GT, and it's not just another addition to the 911 lineup. This is Porsche's way of saying, we're still the kings of blending heritage, performance, and cutting-edge technology. If you thought the Turbo S was already pushing the boundaries, this new Turbo GT takes things to another level. First impressions matter, and with the Turbo GT, Porsche wants you to know from the very first glance that this isn't just a regular 911. The exterior is a masterpiece of function and form, aerodynamics meeting aggressive design. You get a reworked front fascia with larger air intakes that aren't just for show but are sculpted to cool the upgraded powertrain and brakes. The headlights are Porsche's signature 4-point LEDs, but they've been refined to look sleeker, almost blade-like, cutting into the body with a futuristic edge. Walk around the side and you see the wider stance. The Turbo GT sits lower than the Turbo S, riding on exclusive lightweight forged wheels wrapped in ultra-high performance tires. The car looks hunkered down, like it's ready to pounce even when standing still. Around the back, it's impossible not to notice the massive fixed rear wing. Porsche says it's inspired by their GT3 RS track program, but here it's tuned for high-speed stability rather than just lap times. The quad exhaust tips sit deeply integrated into a new diffuser, and everything about the tail end screams purpose. If you love attention, this car will grab it every time you roll by. Step inside and the Turbo GT greets you with a cabin that blends luxury with raw motorsport DNA. Porsche didn't go for flashy gimmicks here. Instead, they focused on making the driver feel completely in control. The seats are lightweight carbon fiber buckets wrapped in leather and Alcantara, and they hug you like a race harness, but without sacrificing long-distance comfort. The steering wheel is small, thick, and wrapped in Alcantara with a yellow 12 o'clock marker, making you feel like you're in a cup car. Porsche's latest digital cockpit dominates the view. You still get the classic 5-gauge cluster layout, but it's now entirely configurable, showing everything from G-force meters to navigation, to a turbo boost gauge that lights up like fireworks under acceleration. The central touchscreen has been updated with faster response and sharper graphics, supporting the latest infotainment features, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and Porsche's own performance telemetry app. You can literally record your laps on a track day, analyze braking points, throttle input, and even overlay the data on video. It's nerd heaven for anyone who takes performance driving seriously. Despite the hardcore vibe, the Turbo GT doesn't ignore luxury. The cabin materials are top shelf, stitched leather on the dash, satin carbon fiber across the trim, and a roof liner made from recycled microfiber suede, aligning with Porsche's push for sustainability. Rear seats? Technically yes, but they're more symbolic than practical. You could fit a small bag, maybe a pet, but realistically, this car is a two-seater experience with occasional use rear space. Now let's get into the heart of the matter, the performance. This is where the Turbo GT really justifies its existence. Under the rear deck lid is a heavily reworked version of Porsche's 3.8-liter twin-turbo flat-six. In the Turbo S, you get around 640 horsepower. In the Turbo GT, thanks to larger turbos, improved intercooling, a freer-flowing exhaust, and some clever ECU tuning, the number jumps to an astonishing 760 horsepower and around 750 pound-feet of torque. That's right, 760 in a 911 that still maintains its everyday usability. The transmission is Porsche's lightning-fast 8-speed PDK dual clutch, which shifts so aggressively in Sport Plus mode that it almost feels telepathic. 0 to 60? Officially, Porsche says 2.2 seconds, but we all know they sandbag. Real-world testing will likely see it dip below 2 seconds with rollout. Top speed is 215 miles per hour, and the car feels like it could cruise at 180 all day long without breaking a sweat. But numbers don't tell the whole story. The way the Turbo GT delivers its performance is what sets it apart. Unlike some supercars that feel wild and intimidating, Porsche engineers worked their magic to make all this power approachable. The all-wheel drive system is recalibrated for even sharper response, sending torque to the front instantly when rear slip is detected. The rear axle steering has been tuned for more aggressive angles at low speeds and incredible stability at high speeds. Combine that with Porsche active suspension management and carbon ceramic brakes the size of dinner plates, and you've got a car that can carve up a racetrack one day and then cruise home in quiet comfort the next. The exhaust note deserves its own mention. Porsche gave the Turbo GT a titanium exhaust system that not only shaves weight but produces a sharper, angrier tone. At idle, it's deep and menacing. Under load, it howls in a way that reminds you of Porsche's racing pedigree. Drop a gear, smash the throttle, and you're rewarded with pops, cracks, and a sound that makes you forget all about electric cars for a moment. Speaking of electric, you might wonder where this car fits in as the industry shifts toward hybrids and EVs. Porsche is already pushing the Taycan and upcoming electric Macan, but they've made it clear the 911 will remain gasoline-powered as long as regulations allow. The Turbo GT represents a kind of swan song for the combustion-powered 911, taking the flat six as far as it can go before electrification inevitably creeps in. And for purists, that makes this car all the more desirable. Let's talk practicality and ownership. Despite being a 760 horsepower monster, the Turbo GT still offers the usability that makes the 911 so beloved. You've got a front trunk big enough for a carry-on suitcase, ride quality that can be softened with a button press, and all the modern driver assists like adaptive cruise control, lane keep, and surround view cameras. Daily driving isn't a punishment, it's actually enjoyable. Fuel economy. Well, let's be honest, no one is buying this car to save gas. Expect something like 15 miles per gallon in the city and low 20s on the highway if you're gentle. But if you're driving this, fuel bills aren't going to scare you. Now the big question, price. The 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S already hovers around $230,000 before options. The Turbo GT is expected to come in significantly higher, starting just shy of $300,000. And we all know Porsche's options list is a dangerous place. Add custom paint, lightweight package, upgraded interior, and ceramic brakes, and you could easily be knocking on $350,000. That's serious money, putting it right in the crosshairs of cars like the Ferrari 296 GTB, McLaren 750S, and Lamborghini Revuelto. But here's the thing, the 911 Turbo GT isn't trying to be those cars. It's carving its own lane as the ultimate blend of performance and daily usability. No Ferrari gives you back seats, no McLaren feels this bulletproof, and no Lamborghini can match Porsche's engineering consistency. In terms of collectability, I think this car is a safe bet. Limited production, unique position in the lineup, and that raw powertrain make it a future classic. For enthusiasts, this is the kind of car you buy, drive, and hold on to. It's not just transportation. It's a statement, a piece of Porsche history. So, who is the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo GT really for? It's for the driver who wants insane performance without sacrificing livability. It's for the person who could buy a Ferrari but prefers something they can actually drive every day without worrying about reliability or service nightmares. It's for the Porsche purist who's been waiting for the ultimate 911 that still carries the beating heart of a flat six before the electric era changes everything. To sum it up, the Turbo GT is more than just the fastest or most powerful 911. It's Porsche proving once again that they know how to evolve without losing their soul. It looks outrageous, it drives like nothing else on the road, and it's priced to match its exclusivity. If you ever get the chance to drive one, even just for a few miles, I promise it's an experience you won't forget.